If you're trying to qualify a girl and she's not qualifying, there's a few different reasons or ways that could be. One is that she doesn't have those traits, possibly. The other likely scenario, though, is she just doesn't care enough to try yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're like, wait, I really like girls that go to the gym. Do you work out? She's like, nope. Meanwhile, she has like a perfect body. You're like, fucking, you're lying to me, right? And that's a case of she's not trying hard enough to qualify, right? Whereas a girl who's kind of like maybe overweight and doesn't go to the gym, you're like, I like girls who go to the gym. You go to the gym. She's like, well, yeah, no, I tried to. It's really hard with work, but like I really got into this new like Zumba thing and some whatever. You know what I mean? So she'll try. So even if she's not doing it, at least she'll try. And the fact she's trying, you can kind of give her like credit for trying, right? So if the girl is making an attempt, you can probably find something there. When it's going to be the hardest is when she just flat out doesn't make any effort. That's when it's going to be hard. And if that's the case, it means you're trying to qualify too early when you don't have enough value established yet. There's also such a thing as qualifying on things that are too specific, right? So if your criteria was, I will only sleep with girls that are like 6'4" redheads that went to Caltech, like you're going to have a hard time finding even one of those, right? That's too specific. Instead, think about what benefit you derive or what emotional feeling or why you want that thing, and then think about other things that can get you that thing, right? So maybe you want a girl that's like very down to earth. That doesn't mean the girl has to have done like charity work in Africa. Like very kind or something like that. Doesn't mean she did like charity work in Africa. There's a lot of different manifestations of that. She could be like a hardcore corporate lawyer, like total like, I stone cold like bitch in her work, so to speak, because that's what she's got to do, right? But maybe she like has this like kid on her block that she like has a soft spot for, and she like takes care of him and like takes him in and feeds him like twice a week or something like that. That's awesome. You found that kind, caring part of her, right? And in fact, if that's contrary to her normal personality and you found it, she's going to value the fact that you found that even more. She's going to value that juxtaposition even more, right? So unless you're super specific, most girls can qualify to it a little bit, right? Like if your qualification, for example, is a girl adventurous. Now there are some girls that are extreme planners, and they plan like their schedule weeks in advance, and they have someone who like they have a planning meeting to plan their schedule with, right? They're like so non-spontaneous and non-adventurous, whatever. But that said, even they, tried a different kind of coffee at Starbucks last week, maybe. You know what I mean? That's their version of adventurous, right? And you can kind of give them shit about it, but you can also give them credit that at least like they're trying. Be like, all right, we're gonna have to work on that. We'll try and get you to actually, maybe, take a sick day once or something. But the fact that you tried new coffee means there's hope for you. So like, I'll reserve judgment. You know what I mean? That's a qualification of sorts, right? And to be fair, a lot of qualifying actually should be disqualifying too, right? You should be letting them win more often than lose. But it's not like you should just be like, oh, that's great about you, and that's amazing about you, and that's amazing about you. Sometimes you do want to give them a hard time, right? And sometimes you do want to keep them on their toes. So it's okay to disqualify sometimes too if they legitimately don't hit a particular benchmark. Yeah, just don't be so specific about it.